Hello everyone, it's me Clayton. I just finished watching episode 9 of My Adventures with Superman. The penultimate episode, and also one that reminds me a lot of Superman Man of Tomorrow, the 2020 movie that also had to deal with Superman fighting a giant parasite. Because after General Lane interrogates Superman and figures out that perhaps he wasn't there on Zero Day where he and Amanda Waller were attacked by a bunch of Kryptonians who came out of a portal, but then seemingly went away when Krypton was destroyed. General Lane kind of figures out that Superman's probably a bit too young to have been involved in that incident, so he initially has a moment of humanity where he actually doesn't think he's worth killing, or at least he thinks he's still worth keeping around for questioning. But Amanda Waller decides to let all the supervillains out of their cells just to beat up Superman some more, in particular Dr. Ivo. Naturally, he's not very thrilled with General Lane stopping his fun at the end of the last episode. So not only does he beat up Superman significantly, he manages to gain enough power to transform into essentially a kaiju. So Lois Lane and Jimmy have to work together with Jimmy's social media followers to try and get the power taken out for Metropolis. Yeah. So I like the fact that Lois and Jimmy actually do have a way to help that makes sense. Lois gets to make an impassioned speech about why people have gone against Superman recently, but how he needs their help. And honestly, it makes a lot of sense for her character to have that speech. In some respects, I think it does make up for the time where she, dropped off a building just to force Superman to reveal his true identity to her. I think it really does act as a moment of not only redemption for her, but also a good way to show why she and Jimmy have been so instrumental in making this series so enjoyable. They get to really show off the good that humans can do when it comes to these stories, especially considering that the people's fear of Superman must now be completely gone, and therefore Vicky Vale's article must be pretty much looked down upon at the Gotham Gazette now. I wouldn't be surprised if she lost her position of editor in chief at this point. But of course, the big uh, thing at the end is the fact that General Lane is no longer the leader of Task Force X, and guess who is? Amanda Waller. But General Lane still has Dr. Ivo's last invention, and he's still given the mission to terminate Superman. But can he do it is the question. Considering we know Sam Lane from the comics he's and how he's probably going to run into Lois at some point, I can see how a lot of her insecurities and how a lot of her hang-ups would be caused by him. But we'll see how that goes in the finale. See you next time.